All right, we're live.
Good
Howdy,
morning.
howdy. Yep, good. Yeah, so for is it morning for you too?
6 o'clock in the morning here.
Oh my goodness. Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. So, but I know you usually are up pretty early, right?
I am. The birds are still covered. They're fast asleep, so
The
we'll
bird,
have a bit of silence. I'm up before the birds today.
but I can see it's light out.
Yeah, it's summer here, so yeah, sun's not quite out. It was 40 degrees Celsius here yesterday. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it was
That is
pretty hot.
warm. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's like 90. Let me look that up.
41, I think it was. So yeah,
Okay, so let me look here. 41. Oh no, sorry. That's 100 and almost 106.
it was hot. Yeah,
Wow. That is so hot. Yeah,
yeah,
that's like crazy. And that's spring or it's summer now?
it's summer now.
It's summer.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's cool now. I've got the window wide open and it's really cool. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hi, Zelda LaFay. Good to see you here.
Hi.
Awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, I could see mornings would be pretty nice, I guess. So is it still supposed to get that hot again today?
No, no. When it happens,
Okay.
it's usually 1 or 2 days. It's not too bad, but
Yeah.
it cools down here at night, so you get a little bit of relief from the heat. That's why
Yeah.
I like Melbourne summer. Yeah.
That's
In
good.
other places, it's normally hot at night and day, and then you can't sleep. But
Right.
Melbourne, we tend to cool down
I
at night.
lived someplace like that before down in California where it was, yeah, it just did not cool down. And there are
Yeah.
plenty of places in California that do cool down in the evening, but we just happened to get stuck for 6 years in one place that didn't, and it was absolutely miserable, and it was really hot. Yeah, it was too close to the desert. Yeah, never again. But anyway, so yeah, so we are here on a Monday, which is unusual for us. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
we have people here because you have been so busy covering for your daughter's
Yeah.
staff at her shop because there's been like a whole rash of like COVID going around.
Yeah, it's just been amazing. It had COVID go through the shop, so she was out of people, and then it's wedding season as well. So I've been doing deliveries and helping with weddings, setting up weddings. So yeah, my schedule's been all out of whack. But they closed down at the end of Christmas for 2 weeks, and I'll have some time back for me.
Good. Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
So Zelda LaFay says, I'm just back from the vet. Old lady terrier needed toenail remover. Oh no. She
Ooh,
woke up screaming at 5 a.m. All fixed now. Oh, so sorry. Poor thing.
yeah,
That's all. Yeah, that's tough. You don't want to see your dogs, your pets in pain. And I know my dog, I have to get his toenails. He is the biggest wimp. Like I can't cut his toenails because he does not want me to touch his paws. He is such the biggest wimp, but he'll let them do it at the vet. The vet tech can do it. So I have to take him once a month and get his toenails trimmed. But if I don't, the one gets caught. He'll go to sleep in his collar. It'll get caught in the little ring.
oh,
There's
okay,
a little
yeah,
tag
dangerous.
attached to the collar, and then he's like one arm like this, like going, just kind of staring at me, like "Help me." So
Poor
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so good. So, all right. So, is everybody kind of back and at the shop, and her staff is recovered and
Yeah, I think
back to
everything's
work?
back to normal. So apart from doing
Good.
the admin there on the Wednesdays, I head over and sleep over and do like 2 days there. And we do all our paperwork and bills and invoicing stuff.
Yeah.
I should hopefully be good. So yeah.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, hey, Josephine.
Hi.
Good to see you. She was brave. Usually such a wimp too. Yeah, I had dogs. A lot of times they don't like getting their paws touched.
Yeah, yeah.
Sensitive.
Our groomer used to do Bella's, my little girl, but she's no longer here. But my bird, she has really long nails. I don't know if it's a he or she, but when
Yeah.
she jumps on my shoulder, she gets stuck in my t-shirt. So I think I'm going to have to get a nail file and just sort of shave them down. But she doesn't like
Yeah.
to be, yeah, doesn't like it either.
Oh yeah, my little Gracie, who I had to have put down last year, she would claw me. So I had to take her as well. And yeah, I know we probably when we get pet free, we're probably going to wait quite a while until we have pets again because we want to travel. But I told my
Mm,
husband, I said, if we get another dog, we are going to have to, from the very beginning, start these habits like nail trimming, cleaning their teeth. We didn't
yeah.
do that. We just, yeah, I guess we're not good pet parents because we forget that they're dogs and we
But do
treat them.
dogs brush their teeth in the wild?
They don't, but I know that,
No.
yeah, no, they don't brush their teeth in the wild, but I'm sure that the diet that they eat in the wild and the chewing on the bones is probably helpful to them, which but that's another thing. We just said if we're going to have like pets again, we're going to start them off with a carnivore diet. So we don't
Yeah,
need to do the teeth as long as they have bones.
exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I imagine that the bones are probably sufficient to keep the teeth clean in the wild. So, but anyway, so good. So how have you been doing? I know that it's been a big challenge with fitness, and we're just trying to be gentle with ourselves as we round out the year and just be casual, a little more casual. So how has it been going for you?
This one I'm actually really enjoying because I'm doing something different. Um, we're doing these movement ones, but I found a whole bunch of them where they're in the water. So
Oh,
doing the aqua aerobics, and I have a hot tub, and it is summer, and I've been doing them in the hot tub. So every
oh
afternoon, in the morning, I'm here, I'm doing my work. I've got my vibration plate. That's pretty much it. And then I've been going out in the afternoon and doing some workouts in the hot tub.
wow. Oh,
And
how
it's not a
fun.
deep one, but like
Yeah.
I can stand up and it's probably up to my waist. So
Okay.
I sort of squat down in it, and there's a lot of so I sort of customized the videos a little bit because I've got
Okay.
my laptop sitting on the barbecue so I can watch
Okay.
what they're doing. And there's a lot of arm movements, and they've got a noodle, which I have a noodle as well, and you
Okay.
sort of push that and using that resistance to get some arm strength. And
Yeah.
then I can lie flat in it. Like if I'm on an angle, I can actually lie. So then I can kick my feet and do all the leg work as well. So
That's
and I'm
great.
loving it.
And now, had
Yeah.
you done exercise in your hot tub before?
I I have like because I only just started using it this week because the weather's sort of become a lot better. And normally I do like to kick my feet and I sort of twist my body. It's just because I'm floating and like
Yeah.
all my loose skin, everything just feels so much nicer. Like there's no pressure on my joints. I
Yeah.
feel light. I can move so much more freely. The skin doesn't get in the way. Like everything floats. Like I
Yeah.
can't sink. Like I
Yeah.
just float. And so just pushing myself into the water is like a chore. But I just say I enjoy it so much compared to when I exercise on land. Everything hurts, everything's pulling and making noises, and I feel uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
everything is I hate exercise, but in the pool, like in the hot tub, I just feel like a different person, just so
Yeah.
much more freer because I don't have all this stuff
I love
impacting
that.
me. So I'm really enjoying this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's awesome. So we're gonna have to keep
Mm.
that in mind because your whole summer you can probably do whatever exercises that we do, you can do them in the water.
Yeah, it's so much nicer. Just with everything I do on land, like I just don't enjoy it because of
Yeah.
the skin and all. It's just uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
this is, I just feel like a different person, just so light and free. So
Yeah.
I'm loving it. Yeah, so
Uh,
that's where I haven't really done many of the other land ones because
yeah.
it's just after doing it in the spa, it's like I don't want to do it. It's
Yeah.
too uncomfortable for me.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. If I had a hot tub, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Yep, that sounds genius. I love it.
yeah,
Awesome. I know we've been talking about possibly ripping up the deck in our backyard because we have like probably 2/3 of our yard is not deck and is concrete and grass and we've got a kind of a quad area where we have a fire pit and chairs but we've got like a third of the yard is this little bit of a raised deck, just like one step up, but we don't really use it. We've got
Yeah.
a table with chairs and the umbrella, and we just don't really use it. And my husband said he wants, and it's getting a lityou know, little bit worn, you know.
Mhm.
So my husband said, he wants to rip it up, and I said, well, then let's just put a hot tub out there because I will use the hot tub, and
Yeah.
it'd be kind of cool to even put something that could be a little bigger that you can maybe do a little bit of lap, and because I know they have those ones that are both like a combination hot tub and a lap pool, so it can go cool or it can go hot. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll have to think about something like that because I love the water too. That's why I love soaking in a hot bath. And my husband
Well,
just
I've
he
never
told
been
me I
able to
should have been a
fit in a
mermaid.
yeah, I've never been able to fit in a bath, and now I can fit in the bath, but I'm scared to get in it because I might not be able to get out because I don't have the strength. So I still haven't tried the bath. The hot tub, my husband bought it for me probably 4 years ago, I think. It was just before I started carnival, and I couldn't get in and out of it because you have to hop on a step and
Right.
then climb in, and um he helped me get in a few times, but geez, it was a struggle. And so I didn't like it, but I just wanted that free feeling of just floating and
Just
just,
freedom.
just freedom from all the pain, and just wanted to sit in a bath like in a but I couldn't do it in this bath. But then when I started carnivore, I started getting a bit more agile and being able to get in there, and it was still a struggle. Now I can get in and out, not a problem. Like,
And with
I love
the
it.
and with the noodle, like, at arm exercises that you do with the noodle,
Mhm.
that's gonna definitely strengthen your arms. So you're
Yeah.
right, when it comes to a bathtub, you do need to have that upper body strength to get yourself out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a big soaking tub that it's kind of a modern version of the old clawfoot tub, so it doesn't have the clawfoot, it's just sitting on a base, but it's freestanding.
Mhm.
And, yeah, it does take a little effort to get yourself out of it. I have found my technique for
Yeah.
getting in and out, but when I was heavier, um, yeah, there was a time where I was, like, barely able to fit. Like, I filled the whole expanse of the tub, and
Yeah.
I was able to get in there, but it was a tight squeeze, so I'm pretty glad now I can, no problem, plenty of room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now I'm not comfortable to go out in public, so, I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, go to the pool or go to the beach," or whatever, like, they've got aerobics classes. I would love to do water aerobics, but I'm too embarrassed to put bathers on and go in front of public with all this loose skin and
Yeah,
show my body off. Like, if I was in the water, I wouldn't get out. I'd wait for everybody to evacuate before I could get out
right, and
because
that
I'm
doesn't
very
even
conscious.
factor in the locker room
Oh,
afterwards.
no. Yes, so being in the privacy of my own back garden, nobody's here. Like, I don't even get in, like, my husband has to turn around so I can get in. I just don't like him looking at me. That's how embarrassed I am.
Aw,
He doesn't even see me. So he turns around so I can get in and out of the hot tub. And then when we're in there, it's all fine. But yeah,
yeah,
that's how embarrassed I am about
yeah,
my
just
body.
feeling self-conscious. So,
Mm,
yeah, and, unless you have skin surgery on your legs and arms, and that may be something that you deal with because I'm sure you have,
mm.
when you've been as heavy as you were, I'm sure there's loose skin everywhere.
Oh, yeah, look, I need it everywhere, and, the stomach is gonna be a huge thing because that's gonna give
Yeah,
me a lot more mobility, hopefully stability, and, so my balance is so off, but that's gonna be huge, but definitely my arms and legs are going to need a going over as well, and I will, hopefully, if all goes well, get that done as well
that'd
down the
be great.
track, but
Yeah, that would
yeah,
be great, and yeah, especially for just having the confidence in
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, and it's not really for vanity, like, it does need to be done because it's so excessive, like, it is an issue. Yeah,
Right,
just
right, but yeah, I totally understand doing the belly first. Absolutely. So, hey, Nancy, how exciting to enjoy the hot tub. Yes, I love it. Yeah, now you're really making me wanna get a hot tub. So we've been looking for land and for property to buy, so I've been more hesitant to do stuff like that with our current
Mhm.
house, but, I would
Well,
probably.
this one's actually portable. Like it's a big proper unit. It uses a normal power point, so you don't have to get special wiring or anything. And if
Oh,
we move, we just take it with us. There's
oh,
no plumbing involved. You just fill it up with a hose. We did have a blow up one,
okay,
and that worked okay for a little bit, but then something happened to the motor. So I think it was about $8,000 Australian, which
okay,
is a lot of money. It's a big investment, but we've had it 4 years and it is super nice.
yeah,
And if we move, we take it with us. We keep it undercover, so it's on our deck, but which is all undercover. So we keep it out of the sun so it
okay,
doesn't spoil. Like it still looks brand new.
yeah.
And it's just been amazing. Yeah.
Well, we
But
may wanna consider that. I know Dave was talking about building a gazebo and
mhm.
something like a gazebo or just, a covering, and so that would be good. I kinda go back and forth between, like, do I wanna be able to look up at the stars if I'm there at night? But honestly, we live in the suburbs, so it's not
Mhm.
like we see a ton of stars anyways, like we would if we were outside. So,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the trip down to Arizona because there is a lot of areas out there in the desert where you can actually see the Milky Way. It's just so like away from the city lights.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. Are you able to see much of that from where you live?
Not really. No, no. We see, some of the constellations, but I haven't seen the Milky Way.
I
Yeah.
haven't either. I haven't either. Now, just recently, we've had um, northern lights that have been
Mhm.
visible, and even on our street have been visible. So that
Wow.
so yeah, so that's pretty cool, but yeah, I have never seen the Milky Way, so I'm looking forward to that, and we're gonna be 2 weeks in Arizona, and so we're gonna stay longer than Healing Humanity, and
Oh, this be so
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
a vacation out of it, so I'll be doing, probably probably one of our check-ins from Arizona. So I'll be able to give you an update on how things are going, and hopefully I'm going to be getting a lot of walking in because we have activities planned, and we're going to go. I don't know if I told you this. I tell you that we go on a dune buggy tour.
You did, yeah. I
Yeah,
think you mentioned it last
and then
week.
and then
Yeah.
the Grand Canyon, and yeah, hoping to go horseback riding and all that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that'll be fun, and yeah, yeah, that you can pack up the hot tub, absolutely. So
Yeah, you need 4 guys to lift it. It's a big a big
yeah.
thing, but it is really yeah, we can take it if we were to move from here, so definitely wanted
Our
something
Lawrence
for that reason.
City.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
Love it. So good. So yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying those. I'm finding the channel to be fun. Like really
Mhm.
fun. I'm gonna pull it up. I had forgotten to pull it up, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up for anyone who hasn't checked it out. And it's again, like I mentioned, let's see. So it's called Keep On Moving and then KOM. All right. It's just an older lady and then some younger women that are like in their front yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the name of the channel. They've got, 63.6 thousand subscribers, almost 2,000 videos. And they have a lot of they're very upbeat. They have a bunch of cool songs. Some of them are like longer. I haven't done any of the longer ones, but I've been doing more like the shorter ones where it's just one song
Mhm.
and it's fun. I honestly can't always keep up because
No.
Yeah,
And
like,
some of the moves are a little bit more dancey, and I don't have the rhythm to be able to do them. So
I don't either, although I'm slowly getting it, but, oh, look, they've got "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer in the water.
yeah, that's really yeah, that's all
Did
arms, mostly arms.
did you
Yeah.
do that one?
That's the one I do. Yeah, that one and oh, which one is it? Yeah, there's others with legs and then they pull the noodle out. So
Okay. Yeah, so
yeah.
they have got it looks like maybe during look at that, maybe during this summer, they're doing, they're doing more of them in the pool, so that's really cool. So, yeah, so they got a lot for 10 minutes. They've got some that are just, like I said, one song. I'm really appreciating the ones that are one song because that's, like, perfect for me.
Mhm.
I can get up, I can do it, and then I can go on and do something else, and then I come back later. Oh, they even have yoga. I haven't done the yoga. Um, but yeah, it's really a nice kind of fun. And they're very energetic and smiles. I have found that the ones that I've done, I just really their smiles are contagious.
They're having fun while they're doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love that they're just doing it with friends. You know, they might be family, they're friends. I don't know, but they just all seem to be enjoying it, which
Yeah, and the
yeah.
older lady who seems to be the leader, she just is so upbeat and she seems like just a happy person and yeah, it makes me when I see people like her doing exercise like that, it really motivates me because she looks like I don't know how does she look like she's like maybe 70 or so or
Yeah, probably, yeah, late
yeah,
60s, 70s maybe, but
it
yeah, it
motivates
kind of
me.
makes you feel like, "I wish I had friends like this so we could all go and do things like you do it together, just have that accountability and have" you
Mhm.
know? And I don't know, some of the girls seem a lot younger, and I'm wondering, is that
Yes.
a mum and daughter or maybe granddaughter, like,
Maybe they look like
doing it?
they could be young enough to be granddaughter and maybe the
Yeah.
granddaughter's friends.
So in the pool, they had, I think, the older lady and then sort of the
Oh,
middle age and then a young girl. And I'm like, are they, is that a granddaughter or a daughter? Or I'd be
yeah.
interested to know.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
3 generations. Yeah, I haven't really dug in too far to investigate. Let's see if they give any information on their channel here. No, they really don't. They have they are in the United States. That's about as much as I can tell.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know very much about them at all, except that just that they have this fun YouTube channel and they have a lot of subscribers. So, I don't know. But I'm glad that we've chose this one for the end of the year and it's I feel like we've learned a lot about what we can do and what we can't do as we've been trying these different things. And I know we talked a little bit last week about our goals for 2025. And I have confirmed that January 2nd, when we meet January 2nd, Rose will be joining us.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to start the new year with Coach Rose AJ Coates. And
Hmm.
she is I didn't realize until recently, I'm going to go pull up her Instagram real quick. I didn't realize until recently how many certifications she has. Let me find her here because I think it's in her one of her recent videos or her recent posts for Instagram. Okay. So and she has coaching. But okay, so here's her credentials. So she has the Primal Health Coach. She has a certification by on something about sugar by someone called Bitten Johnson, a primal fitness expert. She is a health and life coach through the Health Coach Institute. She's an insulin IQ coach. And these are all certifications, I guess. Functional therapeutic diet specialist, and also went to the life coach school. So she's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different certifications.
Wow, great. If she can motivate us, will be great. I'm sure. I think we're motivated for 2025. It's our year to thrive, isn't it? So,
Yes.
um, yeah, so it'll be a great start anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so she may be able to help us with a little bit of realistic goal setting and, just provide us with some inspiration and motivation. I always find her very inspirational. I always recommend, her channel is growing, but it needs to have more followers because she is very inspirational and so uplifting and encouragement. So I always promote Rose. And it doesn't hurt that she's of my fellow Washingtonian and we do meetups together. So January the 19th is the meetup that she organized. And
Okay.
yeah, so it's going to be about 20-minute drive from where I live. It's going to be at one of the Fogo de Chao's in the area.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty excited about that. And we always have a nice time when we do these meetups.
Oh, show
Yeah.
us closer.
I know. Now, do you have a Brazilian steakhouse in Melbourne?
No, I think I did find one the other day, in the city somewhere, but it's really high-end exclusive, so I'll have to save up for that
Uh,
one. But I think that's the only one here in Melbourne, but I'd wish they had more to choose from for sure. But I don't think
yeah.
Brazilian steakhouses haven't really hit Melbourne.
Well, sounds like
Hmm.
it's past due.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Hint,
So
hint.
we have three of them in the area. So, well, we may have more, but at least within halfway decent driving distance from me. But the one that we're going to is the one that's closest, and I've been there a couple times, and it's very good. I mean, it's amazing to me how packed the Brazilian steakhouse gets. Like unbelievable how many people love to go there, and so I love that because you can get, you know, all like all you can eat meat.
Yeah.
And I love how they come around to your table and they serve you as long as you want it to keep coming, they keep coming. And so it's definitely well worth it. And
Yeah.
yeah, and
I loved it when I was in Texas, and, yeah, I love how you got the little discs, that says green if you want food, and when you finish, you just flip it over and
yeah.
it's red. I actually pinched it. I've got it here. That's my souvenir.
Oh, you did? I love it.
Yeah, it was a little plastic disc. I didn't think they'd miss it, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure that happens all the time. I
yeah.
I love
I
it.
love that
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, yeah, I use that, and sometimes I turn it over to red, and it's just because I need a break, and,
Yeah.
because I know that there's more I want, and so I'll flip it back over to green later. But I love the fact that they're popular and there's a ton of people out there that are, like, not afraid to eat meat, you
Yeah.
know?
It's Yeah, they probably think it's a real treat, but it's like you could eat like this every day and just
Right.
improve your health.
That's right. I made myself a ribeye for breakfast this
Mhm.
morning. I have, I know I talked to you about how I've been in this stall. And I know you have been as well, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of going over like what to do. The whole thing with feasting and priming, I know a lot of people are afraid to do that because you don't want to gain weight.
Yeah.
And I do believe that I don't eat enough calories and that my body is kind of at this phase where I probably need to eat more. But I watched yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Have you seen there's a recent interview from that Kelly Hogan did with a woman
Mhm.
named Elaine, or sorry, Laurel. Sorry, not Elaine, Laurel. And I just loved this interview with this woman. And she is 57 and she's just so down to earth. But she talked about what she did to get her 30 pounds, last 30 pounds off. And it just reinforced to me what I need to do. And part of it is eating earlier in the day, and especially for women. And one of the things I like about Kelly Hogan too is that she's like, you don't have to only eat one meal a day. And so some people do fine with it. And I did fine with it for a long time. I got over 100 pounds off that way, but then things have
Yeah.
stalled. And then before Thanksgiving, I started like front loading my day and eating a lot more in the morning. And
Mhm.
my stall looked like it broke. And then I totally blew it over Thanksgiving with my fake carnivore foods and stressing
Yeah.
myself out. And so I've been struggling a little bit since then. But I'm thinking, okay, so she mentioned front loading your food. She mentioned eating more so your body gets out of, to get your metabolism jump started again. So I figured I'm going to
Yes.
do that. I'm going to try that and see what happens again. Cause I'm like, I know I undereat. I started undereating in my 20s and, cause I started gaining a lot of weight, like when I got polycystic ovarian syndrome
Mhm.
and the weight, like my hormones were a mess. My weight just kept piling on. And I was so restricted. I would eat maybe 500 calories a day, but yet kept continuing to gain weight. And
Yeah.
I spent so many years eating that restrictive. I think I really messed myself up.
Yeah. A lot of people think that priming is you've got to do it for a long time. And like priming is everyone, you just eat all the time. It's a tool that you use. So it
Yeah.
could be like a 3 day, you could do like a mini prime. And all it is that you eat enough to nourish your body.
Yeah.
It resets all your hormones and it ramps up your metabolism because when you've been like I don't eat a lot because I'm full all the
Right.
time. Because of my lap band, I struggle to get the food in. I only eat a little bit. So I tend to undereat like severely. And then I'm not losing weight. And I still have so much weight to lose. It's like, what's
Right.
going on here? It's because my body is it's crying out for help. Like it's starving. I'm not
Right.
giving it the building blocks, and my metabolism has crashed, and nothing is happening. So I
Right.
have to eat, and so when I prime, I like graze throughout the day,
Yeah.
and just like I have jerky and things like that. It's still not a lot compared to what other people eat, but it's more than what I normally eat, and then that ramps up my metabolism, and then the weight starts to fall down again. So I have to eat to
Yeah.
lose weight, which
Yeah.
is a bit of a mind, game when people are like, "You gotta restrict your food," and all that, and it's like, well, I can't restrict any more than I'm restricting,
Yeah.
and then if I do try and force in too much food, I end up throwing it up because it all gets stuck.
Right.
So yeah, and so priming is just a tool. It's only a temporary thing to get all your levels sorted. Also, priming is what gives me my off switch. So I'm not constantly consumed by food. So I know it's time to prime when I start having cravings or start thinking about food again
Yeah.
and wanting that chocolate or something like that. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
back into the fridge, get out my jerky and start priming. So
Yeah.
that's my cue is that I need to top up and just fill that bucket up again so that I can continue doing what I'm
Yeah.
doing. So yeah, priming's not like something you do for like some people like Bella, she had to do it for months because she had so much healing to do. So
Yeah.
she's coming from vegan diet to carnivore, she had a lot of healing. But most of us, like you've been carnivore for a long time, you wouldn't need to do months and months of priming. It's just a
Right.
little tool to break a stall, just to ramp up that metabolism, and then you go back to how you were eating.
Yes. Absolutely.
OMAD works for a lot of people until it stops
Till it
because,
stops. Yes.
yeah, and you need to trick your body to make it ramp up, get some nourishment back in you and top up again for that weight loss to continue
Right.
again. So,
So I did my metrics this morning and I've got my
mhm,
my little Renfo scale app here and I just the last day and a half just tried to eat more and especially yesterday after I watched the Kelly Hogan interview and my basal metabolic rate has been for months in the it would be like the fluctuating between 1592 and 1595 basically and doesn't want to budge and so just with yesterday and the more I ate in like last couple of days, I gained muscle, I gained some more bone, and I'm now at 1599. So
Wow.
it bumped up over where it's been for months. It just it's a few
Mhm.
points up, but I noticed that it does only move up a few points at a time when it was moving up. Now, with that said, I started out with it, I think it was like in the 1300s.
Mhm.
So while I was really like steadily losing weight, the metabolic rate was increasing very regularly. It's only been since the last like several months that it just flatlined. It wouldn't go anywhere. So I'm pretty excited that obviously my metrics are showing me that eating more is what I need.
Yeah.
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 So, and I did only well, I lost just a slight, like just point 0.2. So basically kind of my weight, it's not gaining. So that's good. And I also added MCT oil based on Rebecca Bavery's recommendation that it can help boost your ketones.
Mhm.
And so I've just been doing a trial with MCT oil. And ever since I added the MCT oil, my weight has been just slowly going down a little bit because it had gone up and then
Mhm.
it's just slowly it's kind of going back down again. So I'm kind of messing around with how much I should have because if you have
Yeah.
too much, your gut is going to be screaming at you.
Yeah, if I have it, I've had it a couple of times, and I'm straight on the toilet. It goes straight through me.
Well, yeah,
So
I can imagine,
yeah,
for you because you had your lap band and your gut's
and
just not
no
good.
gallbladder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't have a gallbladder either, so I think that's why I have to be careful as well. But I
Yeah.
found that if I do the one time I had one night where I was up in the middle of the night with really bad abdominal cramping and just urgency to go. And once I was probably 30, 40 minutes just getting things evacuated and then it went away and I felt better. But that was a day that I actually had it twice.
Oh,
So I had it
okay.
in the morning and then I had it again in the evening and I was starting to ramp up how much I was using. So I backed off. It's like I don't want to be up in the middle of the night in pain.
Mm.
You
So I wonder it's probably a good tool for if you're constipated. A lot of people that get constipated might be could try MCT oil, do you think?
I
Or is
don't
it
I
just
think any
us?
kind of I think any kind of fat, like rendered
Mm.
fat, liquid fat would probably work.
Yeah.
It's probably not as gentle. I mean, I could do without the pain. And I mean, not that I'm going to tell everybody to go and take Miralax, but when I was working as a GI nurse, that was what we would tell people to do. And it's probably okay. It's more of a gentle laxative than the fat. But there's no nutritional there's nothing you get from it from a nutrient standpoint. It literally is just an osmotic laxative. It just pulls fluid into your colon and so that you can move things through.
Right.
So if you want to have this things move through, but also benefit from your omega 3s and get the nutrients, then yes, the fat would be the way to go. You may end up in more pain though. So it's hard because you just don't know the right amount until you
Yeah.
until you do too much, and then you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't the right amount. You know?
Yeah. I don't get the pain. I just have to go
Yeah.
straight
Oh,
away.
I do because I
Right.
have a history of irritable bowel syndrome.
I see. Okay.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so if I overdo it, my IBS will kick in and I'll be in a lot of pain.
Mm.
So sometimes cold sweats. I don't
Oh, yeah.
like. I don't like.
No.
So awesome. Lisa Rich, it's snowing in Idaho. Oh, you're a neighbor. Awesome. My brother and sister-in-law live in Idaho in is it called Hayden? Just north of Coeur d'Alene. So it's not snowing. It's not snowing here. It's not usually this time of the year it's kind of hit or miss with snow in
Mhm.
December, but it's been in the 40s, but it's been raining. I don't have any forecast for snow, so that's good.
Hmm.
But I know Carrie and Adam were talking about having a Washington state meetup, and Carrie was talking about like March, February or March. And I'm like, no, you don't want to come to Washington State when it's snowing, because even people like from the Midwest, they'll say, "Oh my goodness, you guys are such wimps when it comes to the snow. Like we drive in snow all the time." But it's different when it's hills everywhere and the state is absolutely does not have enough snow plows. And so other places where it's pretty much flat and it snows so much during the winter, there's like snow plows everywhere you go. That is totally different. So we've had people that have come here from the Midwest, and I've watched videos and seen little things on Reddit about driving in the snow in Washington State. People from the Midwest will say, "You're right. They are not wimps. They just it's everything is on a hill." And there aren't enough snowplows. And so everybody's sliding all over the place. And it's like, so I told him, don't come at that time of the year. It's like,
So for me, that would be exciting because we don't really get snow where I live. So I
yeah.
would love to come and see that.
Well,
Yeah.
and if you have a four-wheel drive, it definitely helps. And, my daughter has an SUV, and
Mhm.
we got her tires that are not just the winter tires, but they have the nails in them.
Okay.
So for her for winter. So as soon as we get to the point where it's looking like snow, we'll change out her tires. No, she's married now, so her husband gets to do it. But yeah, we always would do that for her every winter. We change out her tires so that she wouldn't have to be slipping around on the road. But yeah, but my car
Jeez.
is not a four-wheel drive, and
No.
I have been stuck in my house. Like one time I was stuck in my house for 3 weeks because I couldn't get out of my driveway. Well,
Oh, wow.
I could have gotten out. I just couldn't get back in.
Goodness,
Because
yeah, that would be hard. So,
yeah,
yeah.
because the driveway is a little bit on an incline. It's not like too much of an incline, but it's enough of an incline that I can't get my car back in. And my husband,
Mm.
same with his car, so he had to park out on our street. Yeah, so but,
Well, it's good that you've now got your walking pad, you've got your rebounder, things
yes,
that you can do at home. So if you are trapped in your house for 3 weeks, you can still get your movement in at home, which is
yeah.
pretty cool. So you're all set.
Yeah, and our both of our husbands drive community buses, you know.
Yes.
So my husband he left the corporate world to drive a community bus to get out of the rat race because he was kind of more of a upper end executive in hospital administration and so tired of the politics. So he
Mm.
left to drive a bus, and he's working on his PhD. He teaches university courses, and so he's kind of professor bus driver. But when he first got his training to drive and got his commercial license, the first the first week that he was out driving on his own, we had that was the winter that we had the worst snowstorm. And so here he is, a brand new driver. You can't even
Uh,
see the lane
yeah.
markings. And yeah, and people's buses are sliding off the road, and that was his indoctrination into driving.
That would be hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did it. He did it. He kept the bus on the road. I think that because he flies and we have, our airplane, and he's so focused on safety that I think he just instinctively knows how to be safe and careful. And
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, but, um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to having Healing Humanity come to Washington. I think, yeah, that's gonna be great. So I think, we're gonna have a big meetup and hopefully have a lot of people come. But yeah, I
I'm
wish,
sure there will be. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and yeah, if we do it maybe later in June, since you're supposed to come to Montana for the 4th of July, maybe you can come a little early and come to the Washington meetup.
Yeah, I'll have to plan something. Yeah, let me know. We'll definitely try and do something. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm coming in June or whether I'll just come for Hack Your Health in November. I haven't it just depends on finances and
Yeah.
yeah, a few different things. So yeah, we'll see
Well, if
how
you
we go.
can't do both, are you gonna shoot for the Hack Your Health conference in November?
I won't be doing both. There's no way I can afford both, but I'm thinking November would probably be easier financially to come at the end of the year. So, yeah, so I'm thinking probably at this stage more inclined to do Hack Your Health next
Yeah.
year. And then the year after, I think Todd will have the big event in Montana for June. So I might wait till 2026 to do Montana.
So, but
Yeah.
is he doing it in 2025?
He is, but not the big event. He was gonna do
Oh,
a huge event, but he had an event organizer planned, and they said, "Oh, it's probably too soon or too late to do all the advertising and promotions needed for it."
oh,
Like,
okay,
yeah, what he has in mind is gonna be quite big, so they're planning for the big one in 2026. So
okay,
I thought I'll save up for that one and maybe just come to Hack Your Health.
okay.
So it'll be a lot easier for me to save up the money and also for my husband, he to get, a passport. He's still struggling to
He's
get that.
still
He
that's
hasn't heard
amazing,
anything. Yeah. So I
and
told him to
yeah,
come home tonight.
he can't go to a passport office, right?
No, it's all done via emails. He can't even ring them. Yeah. He
Wow,
rings them and they say, "It's all in the system. We can't tell you anything. You have to wait till you get an email response." So he actually went to the office and they turned him away. They since
that's
COVID, they've shut the office
crazy.
down.
Wow,
So you can't speak to a person. Mm,
that is crazy. We have a passport office. We have quite a few, but we have the one that's closest to us. They are so helpful.
oh,
And yeah, I mean, they want you to make
yeah.
an appointment because they don't want to have like a lineup of people. They want to just be able to get through, as quickly as possible. But you can like make an appointment. Like if you like last time we went, we just went there and showed up and they have a QR code at the entrance
Mhm.
and to make an appointment and there just happened to be an appointment available right then. So we were slotted right in.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, they're super, super helpful. You still have to mail everything at the post office, but the post office is right across the street. And so
Mhm.
they will go through everything for you, make sure you have everything in order. They'll package it up properly for you, put it in an envelope, address the envelope, everything, so that all you have to do is go and put it in the mail slot.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, since COVID, everything's pretty much shut down here, so you have to do everything via email. You can't go to some places,
And
like
we got our
this passport thing.
we got our passports in like maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been waiting 2.5 years. He's filled out 3 different separate applications, and it's still big question mark.
That is just
Yeah,
unbelievable. Have you guys been
yeah.
on any chat forums or anything or Reddit and, to see if other people in Australia are frustrated with that as well?
No, I don't get involved. That's
Yeah.
his I've got my passport, so I'm happy, but he has to get, his citizenship first. He was actually born in England, so, yeah, if he gets an English passport, then every time he leaves the country, he has to get a visa, so he just thought it would be easier to get his citizenship, so that's pending as
Mm,
well. So
okay.
he needs the citizenship before he can get his passport, and he's just yeah, just the application process has been a
Yeah.
nightmare, and we're down $1,200 already in the 3 different applications out of pocket, and we have nothing to show for
So
it.
it's hard is it hard to get an Australian citizenship?
It shouldn't be, I wouldn't think, but
Mhm.
it is for him. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my husband, is Canadian, and so but he got a dual citizenship back in 2004.
Mhm.
So we got married in 1990 and we had to go through the process of getting a fiance visa and then he had a green card And so for 14 years, he was always checking in because, it's not like you can just go and get a dual citizenship or whatever. Sometimes like in the US, they'll say, well, Canadians aren't eligible to become citizens. We're not allowing any more Canadians right now. Or if you want to get your citizenship, yeah, we'll let you, but you can't have a dual citizenship. And so he
Wow.
just was waiting for it. All has to do, I guess, with all the statistics and the demographics and stuff. But yeah, he finally said, okay, they're finally letting Canadians be dual citizens. So that's when he did it. And
Wow.
but
Well, my husband, his father wanted his firstborn son to be born in England because that's where he's from. So
Mhm.
flew his wife, very pregnant, over to England to have my husband,
Wow.
and he was back here when he was 6 months old. So he's been here all his life.
Oh, so all this trouble. So
Yeah, so he's like he's as Aussie, like he's a real Aussie. Like
yeah,
although he's born there, like he sounds like an Aussie. He's very, rough and tough. But yeah, it's just such a difficult process for him.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
hope that it works out because I think it'll be really great if you guys can all come to Hack Your Health.
Yeah,
And yeah,
that's the
that'll be really
plan.
awesome because we're planning on doing another Camp Carnivore, with all the Healing Humanity crew, at one Airbnb.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, definitely want to be part of that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be great. Awesome. Good. So awesome. So I think so we've got a plan for the rest of December because I know we've got Christmas coming up next week. And then we've got Rose on the 2nd of January. Do you want to try to fit one more check-in? Or do you want to just wait until January 2nd?
Up to you. Maybe we could skip this week and do the following week.
So the following week would be back on our usual schedule. So that would be Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Rose. All right, but yeah, because it's only like a couple of days away, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And then so this Thursday would be just 3 days from now. That would be our usual. And then the following Thursday is the 26th. So if you want to do the 26th, we can do the 26th.
mhm.
And then we'd be back on track for Thursdays.
Yeah, well, if that suits you, otherwise we can just wait till Rose. That's my 27th, so it's Boxing Day, isn't it, for you, 26? I don't know if
That's
you still have
Canadian. Yeah,
family there.
actually American doesn't have Boxing Day.
Oh, don't you?
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah,
Canada does.
right.
Yeah, but
Well, it's up
yeah,
to you. If you have family, then we can give it a
we
miss.
we are not. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have family here. But what I'll do? How about if what we do is we just kind of check in because I don't know for sure what our plans are.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
we'll just kind of check in as we get closer to the date, and if it looks like it's not going to be convenient, then we'll just regather together on the 2nd with Rose.
Sounds perfect. Love
So
it. And in the
awesome!
meantime, we just keep zumbering and I'll do my water aerobics. Although
Yes,
I
keep
can hear
moving.
thunder. There's thunder outside, so I think I'll be zumbering in this hot tub in a storm.
Oh my God, be careful.
I'm
If there's
undercover, so
if
I'm
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, that sounds actually kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome, good.
no
Well,
worries
I
about it.
love the fact that you found that something that's really good and that makes you feel good with exercise. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
awesome. Good
All
deal.
right.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys for joining us. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful holiday. We definitely won't see you till after Christmas. So
Yeah,
have a good
Merry Christmas,
holiday.
everyone.
Yeah,
Stay
have a great
strong.
Christmas. Stay strong. You can do
Yes.
it. You can do it. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye bye, everybody.